Nostradamus, os maias, os profetas e as tradições proféticas de todo o mundo alertaram para mudanças cataclísmicas que estão por ocorrer.
The ancient Mayans had a sense that there would come a time, about in these times in which we're living now, that would include tremendous destruction. They speak about the day of the withered fruit and the great tempest, things that sound rather scary.
Os Hopis falaram da morte de árvores e de mudanças climáticas intensas que trarão o grande dia da purificação. Nostradamus falou de mortos saindo dos túmulos. E Mãe Shipton alerta.
Tempestades farão o mar rugir, tudo vai morrer e nascerá um novo mundo.
As profecias de Cayce para o novo milênio são tão terríveis quanto as de todos os profetas que o precederam.
Edgar Cayce made some extraordinary and spectacular Earth change predictions. Probably the biggest one was that the rotational axis of the Earth would change. And that's something that would be catastrophic, probably even beyond what we could imagine if that took place literally.
If the tilt axis of the Earth shifted slightly, the entire mass of the Earth would have to reconfigure itself. It would shift ocean basins, it would shift where valleys are, where mountains are.
Algumas visões de Cayce sobre o futuro são aterrorizantes.
He speaks of Japan going into the ocean, inundations for southeastern United States, perhaps in a very slow way, but a permanent kind of inundation.
Ele também disse que a costa leste não seria poupada.
Partes da atual costa leste de Nova York, ou a própria cidade de Nova York, desaparecerão. E isso ocorrerá em outra geração. Partes do sul da Carolina e da Geórgia desaparecerão. E isso acontecerá muito antes.
He also suggests that Europe would change either geologically or climatologically in the twinkling of an eye.
Cayce actually foresaw these as part of the shifting of the poles. He stated that the Great Lakes would flow down through the Mississippi Valley system and from there flow right into the Gulf.
Cayce, que nada sabia sobre placas tectônicas, disse que sinais de dentro da Terra nos alertariam da mudança dos polos.
The most dramatic predictions that Edgar Cayce made is that there would be the onset of major Earth changes that would escalate in activity from 1958 on through 1998. From that period on, these trends, they would escalate again. Then we would know that the pole shift was coming.
Haverá agitações no Ártico e na Antártida que provocarão erupções vulcânicas nas áreas tórridas. Começarão em 1958 e em 1998.
Volcanic activity events are increasing. Torrid zone activity has increased along with general world increase by something like 500% in the last 50 years.
Cayce também previu mais tempestades violentas e terremotos nesse período. Nos últimos 10 anos, os furacões no Atlântico estiveram em seu nível mais elevado, e muitos terremotos foram detectados em todo o mundo. Em 1999, pesquisadores alemães mediram mais de 200 terremotos acima do Círculo Ártico em 7 meses. Será que Cayce, Shipton, Nostradamus, os maias e os Hopis leram o mesmo livro de profecias?
People from different cultures seem to have been able to tune into a kind of universal mind. That same level that Nostradamus and Edgar Cayce seem to have been able to tune into also.
O mundo que conhecemos irá terminar?
Some disaster with our skies, with our crops, with our rising oceans, they all can basically agree on that. They may emphasize one aspect more than others, but they all share the fact that we are entering a period of evolutionary crisis.
So many different prophetic traditions have talked about times of destruction, times of dire cataclysm, death, devastation. More than anything, those predictions are a wake-up call for all of us as individuals, as a nation, as a world, to look at our relationship to the earth, to nature, and to our relationship with each other.
Por mais terríveis que pareçam suas profecias sobre a Terra, Cayce acreditava em viver no presente. Acreditava também, como Nostradamus e aqueles que o precederam, que podemos mudar o futuro. Em 1939, como Cayce havia previsto, a Segunda Guerra Mundial irrompeu. Em 1941, os Estados Unidos entraram no conflito. Cada vez mais pessoas escreveram ou foram até ele com perguntas sobre o destino de entes queridos que lutavam no exterior.
Edgar, in his own readings, was reminded to give not more than 2 a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, because each psychic reading was emotionally draining to a system. Well, Edgar Cayce could not say no to people, and that ultimately brought his downfall, because by the summer of 1944, he was giving 7 and 8 readings a day.
Em setembro de 1944, Edgar Cayce estava esgotado e sofreu um derrame. Veio a falecer em 3 de janeiro de 1945 em Virginia Beach e foi sepultado em sua cidade natal, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Do lado de fora do cemitério há uma placa de bronze em testemunho de seu trabalho, mas para muitos ele foi mais do que um grande profeta.
Relegating Edgar Cayce to the place of someone who simply predicted the future makes Edgar Cayce an event. And in my opinion, the material is so helpful, so valuable, that it's much more a source of information that help people in the here and now.
He isn't any one thing. That is, you can't stick him in a box and label it mystic. You can't stick him in a box and label him psychic. You can't stick him in a box and label him prophet. At the end of the day, Edgar Cayce's readings are not about whether he was right or wrong about Egyptian or Atlantean history, or whether there even was that kind of history. I think at the end of the day, what matters is that he helps us to better understand who we are and why we're here.
Atualmente, o material de Cayce continua a trazer insights sobre todos os assuntos. Como todos os grandes videntes, ainda nos resta saber como o futuro irá se desenrolar.